Let's evolve. Yes! Yes! We have rare candy. Should we do it? I'm gonna go for it. Let's go. Come on. Hello everyone, my name is Joseph and welcome back to the Popsicle Night channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please take a second to click the like button if you like this video or hit the thumbs down if you don't. Also, if you enjoy the contents of this channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. This video is sponsored by PTCGO the best place for you to get PTCGO code cards. Are you looking to complete your Pokemon card collection online for the latest set? PTCGO has everything you need. Please use my code NIGHT22 at checkout so you can get a 5% discount. Help yourself out with the discount, and thank you for helping support the content I create in this channel and for helping out PTCGO. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at Feraligatr from the Fusion Strike set. Feraligatr is a stage 2 Pokemon with 170 HP, 3 retreat cost, no resistance, and is weak to lightning. It has the ability Rowdy. When you play this card from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you have to flip a coin. If it's heads, discard the top 5 card of your opponent's deck. However, if it's tails, you have to discard the top 5 cards of your own deck. Ideally, this ability would be great for a mill strategy. However, as you saw in the intro, the success rate of the coin flip for this ability will almost always be against your favor. I honestly almost gave up on this card. However, there is a redeeming quality to this card. It has the attack Crunch. For 2 water and 1 colorless energy, it will deal 140 damage, and you also discard 1 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. This attack has a decent damage output, but the effect of its attack can be very disruptive, which may prevent your opponent from attacking or at least slow them down a bit. So instead of focusing too much on its milling ability, which we could still utilize, I will instead focus on its disruptive attack. I'll be using Frostmoth with the Ice Dance ability to energize its attack. As often as you like, you can attach as much water energy from your hand to one of your benched water Pokemon. I also have Capacious Bucket to help us get 2 water energies from the deck. And Snorlax with the Gourmandize ability will be my main drawing engine. As for the other cards worth noting, I added 4 copies of Crushing Hammers, which could help us discard more of our opponent's energies, and I think this complements Feraligatr's Energy Denial attack very much. And since we can expect our own cards to be milled by our own Feraligatr, I added a few notable recovery items in the deck, such as Energy Retrieval, which allows you to get 2 basic energies from the discard pile back to your hand. And also Clara, allowing you to put 2 Pokemon from the discard pile and or 2 basic energies from the discard pile back to your hand. And you can also use Nessa as an alternative if you like. I also have Air Balloon for Frostmoth. And lastly, if we do end up focusing our strategy to mill our opponent, I added a full set of Scoop Up Net so that we can keep reusing Feraligatr's ability. And just a fair warning, do this at your own risk. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below. And do let me know what you think of Feraligatr down in the comments. But enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, cool. So my opponent allows me to go first, which I actually do prefer. I can set up my basic and then I can evolve as early as turn 2. And I have rare candy in Feraligatr too. So my opponent's using Crystal Cave. They have metal and fighting type energies. Alright, they're gonna mulligan 3 times. We get another Totodile. Nice. And we get Snorlax from the top deck. That's cool. So let me place Snorlax in the active so we can use Gourmandize. Attach an energy. And I'll just Gourmandize for 1. I don't want to use the other cards at this point. We get another Totodile. And my opponent is starting off with Zacian V. Okay, they have 1 energy. We still won't be able to attack with Feraligatr because it requires 3 energies. They do get another energy though, so that's not good. Ooh, Crushing Hammer. Come on, let's go. Yes, nice. We actually needed that so that we can stall. So now we can get 1 more turn after this. And then we can start disrupting their Zacian even more. So let's evolve. Come on, let's mill them. Let's mill them. Nope. Oh, that ability is so horrible. I really dislike this Feraligatr card. I really do. Alright, we have boss, we have another rare candy into our discard pile, which is not good. And actually that's the reason why I have 2 stage 1s or Crocona in this build, because if we do end up milling our rare candies, at least we can try and hope we can recover those stage 1s so that we can evolve into stage 2s even without the rare candies. So now we have the energy that we need to attack with our Feraligatr. Let me just get Crocona so that I can evolve one of my other Totodiles, scoop up Snorlax, and then I'm just going to start attacking with Crunch, and that also discards one of the energies attached to Zacian V. So now they still won't be able to attack, and actually that's one of the redeeming factors for Feraligatr is its attack. It's not always successful, but you know what? It does work. So there's the Duraludon V. They're also using Duraludon V VMAX build, but we don't have to worry too much about that because we don't use any special energies in this deck. So we should be okay. We just need to stall and hopefully be able to discard those energies off of Duraludon so that they can't attack. But I only have 2 bosses orders in this deck, which one is already in the discard pile, so we only have 1 left. So that's actually it's not good. And it's going to be hard for us to knock out those Duraludon VMAX if they do evolve, especially with those big charms. So we'll have to do 3 hits to knock out 1 VMAX. Okay, we can evolve into more Feraligatrs. And I think I'm just going to boss... Zacian V and get 2 prizes off of this one. I don't want to use Feraligatr yet to evolve. I just want to kind of hold back into the milling because it might mill our deck even more, and we might just lose important cards at this point. So I'll just kind of stall, and hopefully my opponent doesn't get to attack this turn yet. So far our Feraligatr energy denial build is working for the most part. We just had to get ahead, but they are using Raihan, so that's an easy energy attachment there. So they can actually attack with Duraludon VMAX if they wanted to. All they have to do is attach an energy, and then, but they'll have to switch Zacian V out of the active. They also play Crushing Hammer, alright, which they do succeed, but that's okay. We have recovery items, we have energy retrieval, and also Clara if we need to. And that's the thing with this Feraligatr build. If Rowdy goes against you and then you discard important cards, Pokemon, and energy, we have something to recover them. We do get another Feraligatr from the top deck, so I think it's time to evolve into another one. Hopefully. There's no hope. There's no hope, guys. Such a horrible ability. Why does it always go against us? You know what? It did discard a Frostmoth though, so that's good. Let me recover 2 energies, and then I'll energize my active, and I think I'll just attack. So at least it allowed us to get access to Frostmoth. So we can use Clara, get Frostmoth, and we can easily energize one of our Feraligatr on our next turn. But that's the thing with this build though, you can't really help evolving into a Feraligatr because you do need that if this is your main attacker. You know, we really have no choice in this build because we have to evolve into Feraligatr and attack with it. I mean, it's the main featured card in this build, so we have no choice. But yeah, I would not recommend using Feraligatr to mill your opponent. It's just horrible. Alright, we get our rare candy from our top deck. They did boss our Snorlax in the active. So now they're the ones stalling at this point. Let's see. Let me get 2 more energies. We do have ways to get Snorlax out of the active. We still have Scoop Up Net. I'm just gonna Gormandize for 1. I don't need Frostmoth just yet because we still have 1 attacker available. Although, you know what? That would have been actually good, because if they boss my Feraligatr, knock it out, we won't be able to attack with my other Feraligatr because it only has 1 energy. Alright, they're going to use Adventurer's Discovery for another Duraludon line. But their Duraludon V is fully energized. I'm not sure why they haven't switched it to the active and start attacking with it yet. Although if they do, we can actually just disrupt them by discarding their energies. So they just Intrepid Sword. We get another Snorlax from the active. And I'm just going to continue to energize Feraligatr. Thin out my hand. And I'll just Gormandize this turn. Alright, cool. We get the Scoop Up and a Switch. So now we can actually start our energy disruption strategy once again on our next turn. My opponent's going to evolve into another Duraludon. And there's just so many big charms on their side. They're going to Avery. I'll just discard Snom for the meantime, because I could use this Feraligatr. It could be very useful, so I'll just save that for the meantime. And I think we will have enough turn to actually fully energize another Feraligatr if we need to. But their deck is dwindling down. They have 12 cards left in the deck. I don't know if they use Marnie though. They could just easily Marnie all those cards. They have so many cards on hand right now. And they're just getting Intrepid Sword. And they have 8 cards left in the deck. Ooh, we get Crushing Hammer. Unfortunately, it was unsuccessful. At least we have another Feraligatr ready to go. Let's see, should I use Clara? I could just save Clara, because if we use Feraligatr's Rowdy twice, we might be able to just deck them out. But that's taking a lot of risk. So I'm just gonna stall again, attack their Zacian V, discard 1 energy. Maybe they don't have any other energy to attack. But even if they do knock out our Feraligatr, we can just we have another Feraligatr ready to go. And once they attack with their Zacian V, they won't be able to attack next turn. Unless they hard retreat here, which discards 2 of their energies. And then when they do that, we can disrupt their Duraludon. I mean, they have 3 energies in the deck, or in the discard pile. I don't know if they use... dude, they just used Avery. They have 4 cards left in the deck. Yeah, because if they have Metal Saucer, they could easily recover those energies. But if not, I think that's why they're afraid to hard retreat with their Zacian V. But you know what? They have they have 4 cards left. I'm just gonna try and recover another Feraligatr line here. Well, at least Totodile and Croconaw. Because I think we still have a Scoop Up Net in the deck. So we can use those. And hopefully we have, I mean, we can risk evolving into more Feraligatrs. So let's go. Come on, give me heads. Yeah! Yes! Finally, man! So let's just pass here. And that will win us the game. It's so stupid! Alright, moving on to the next match. I'm going to start this one off with Snorlax. I have Quick Ball. I could probably get Totodile with that. And we can evolve into Feraligatr on turn 2. And looks like we're up against a Rapid Strike build. And they have the League Battle deck. So I'm assuming this is a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX build. And yes, it is. We get a Totodile from the top deck. So I can actually use this Quick Ball. Get rid of that. And then I'll get Snom. So I can build up my Frostmoth line. And I'll just Gormandize for 2. Alright, we got a switch and an evolution incense, so we can evolve into Frostmoth. And my opponent should not be able to attack this turn just yet. Although if they have Rapid Strike energy, they can attack with their Phalanx. But no, they're just gonna pass. Alright. That Urshifu is very dangerous though. So let's evolve into Feraligatr, see what we get here. Yo, let's go. We got heads. That discards 5 cards off of our opponent's top deck. Let's get Frostmoth. And I'm just gonna Marnie here. Maybe their evolution is in that hand. We get 3 water energies, which is really good. So now we can actually fully energize our Feraligatr. And even if they manage to evolve into Urshifu VMAX, our Feraligatr will not get knocked out. So that's good. So Gmax Rapid Flow or even the 150 damage will not be able to knock it out. There's the switch. Alright, they're just going to attack with their V Pokemon. So that actually gives us an opportunity to discard their Rapid Strike energy. I'm just going to Marnie here. There's really no card we can play. Yeah. We need more basics on hand. So we got 2 Totodiles and a Crushing Hammer. Maybe we can Crushing Hammer one of their other energies here. Nope, unfortunately not. So I'm just going to go with Crunch, 120 damage, and I'll just discard their Rapid Strike energy, which might be able to prevent them from attacking. And they're just going to energize their Phalanx. Okay. They're going to evolve their Urshifu VMAX. And they're just going to attack for 30. Alright. That's alright with me. Let's evolve one into Croconaw. And I'll just continue to attack and discard their energy. So, so now they have a hard time. We might be able to knock out this Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX now. And that will get us 3 prizes. They have Cinccino. So that's going to be good for drawing into more cards. And they actually need Octillery. That's going to get them the access to Rapid Strike energy. I'll just switch into this Totodile because we can retreat easily with it. It just needs 1 energy. There's the Zigzagoon and they're just going to pass. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't retreat Totodile. So I'll just get Feraligatr. Maybe we could just mill our opponent. Ooh, unfortunately that went against us. Oh, actually that gave us access to water energies. Dude. Let me Ice Dance 1. And then we can manually attach 1 to Totodile. We can retreat. And then keep attacking with our Feraligatr. Could even knock out this Phalanx. Dude, there's actually a positive thing that goes on despite the fact that Feraligatr milled our own deck. That's insane. But it was a good thing too that we had the energy retrieval. If we didn't have that, that would have been really bad. But yeah, that was crazy. Okay, cool. So my opponent just attaches an energy now. And alright, they're just going to attack for 30. Alright, we could just knock this VMAX out of the game. So, alright, they're going to scoop. I will take it, man. Good game, good game. Alright, moving on to our next match. I am starting off with 2 Totodile, which is nice. I have Quick Ball. I can probably grab Snorlax with that so I can use Gourmandize on our first turn. And we are up against a Wailord V. It has a ton of HP, but it does require 4 energies to attack and a lot of good RNG as well. Because it attacks for a lot of damage. You flip 3 coins, and for each heads you deal 120 damage. So it has capability of knocking out any Pokemon in the game if it gets 3 heads. But if it gets 0 heads, then it does nothing. So it depends. It depends on how favorable it is with our opponent. They're gonna Marnie us though. They shouldn't be able to attack this turn just yet. So drop. They don't have any energies in the discard pile, so we're safe. But we can evolve into a Feraligatr this turn. And I'm just gonna start setting up my Frostmoth line. So come on. Come on, Feraligatr. Yes, nice. Finally, we're getting the heads. We're just gonna Gormandize here for 7 cards. Get another rare candy. And Crushing Hammer could slow them down a little bit more. They're gonna pass. They didn't even... We actually discarded energy cards. I don't know why they didn't just use drop. But that's okay. Probably a misplay from their on their part. I'm gonna stall and just boss their Snom. Maybe they can't retreat with it. And I'll just continue to thin out my hand. And I'll draw 4 cards with my Gormandize. Now, when you're playing Frostmoth, if you can get the Snom that I'm using, it's a lot better because it only has 1 retreat cost. The one they're using has 2 retreat costs, so it's a little bit harder to get it out of the active, unless you have like Air Balloon or like a Scoop Up Net. But we do have Frostmoth from the Gormandize, and they're just gonna pass. So there you have it. I can build up another Frostmoth actually, and then we have another level ball. I'll just grab another Totodile with this. So now we have the possibility of setting up 3 Feraligatrs on our next turn. I'm just gonna Gormandize for 4. Okay. We have 2 energies in the discard pile, so we can get that with the energy retrieval. And then we can use Frostmoth to get those energies onto our Feraligatr. So we can start attacking. Although now their Wailord is almost ready to attack. Let's use Crushing Hammer here. If we don't succeed, so I'll just grab the energies and get our Feraligatr ready to go. And I'll just thin out my hand. Let me get rid of this level ball. And I'll just Gormandize for 2. Alright, we got Marnie, so we could shuffle our hand next turn. Okay, their Wailord is ready to go. They're gonna boss. They just have to switch out their Snom. They could knock it out, but no, they're just gonna pass. We have Evolution Incense, so I can grab another Feraligatr. Evolve this one. Come on, give me another heads, please. Nice, finally, we're getting the heads that we need. That discards 5 more cards off of our opponent's deck. And let me scoop this guy up. Maybe we can use another Feraligatr with our rare candy. Let's go. Come on, give me another head. Oh. Too good to be true. You know what? Let me switch into Snorlax and then I'll Marnie. Now we got 2 more energies. That's cool. So I can use that to energize my now set up Feraligatr. And then I'll just Gormandize this turn. I don't want to attack just yet because if I attack, their Wailord will just knock out Feraligatr. And that's just going to get us nowhere. So it's better if they attack first and then maybe we can slow them down by reducing the energy attached on their Wailord. And if they cannot attack, then, you know, that gives us more time to keep reducing their energies, and hopefully that will prevent them from even knocking out our Feraligatr. But now their Frostmoth is set up, and look at that. They're just energizing their Wailord. Oh man. Alright, well, this is going to be a tough one. We can evolve into another Feraligatr, so let's see. Come on. Come on, we're doing so good. Nice. I just put an Air Balloon on this Frostmoth. I'll fully energize this Feraligatr. Let me scoop up Snorlax, and then I'll just knock out this Frostmoth for 1 prize. At least, you know, that's gonna prevent them from setting up another Wailord, if anything. So, but you know what? Wailord is very dependent on the success on their coin flip. So if they don't get any heads at all, you know, we're gonna survive, man. But if they get 2 heads on their coin flips, yeah, that's gonna knock out our Feraligatr. But they also have Glimwood Tangle, and yeah, they're gonna knock out this Feraligatr. unfortunately. So I don't know if we're gonna win this, but we're gonna try. So I'll just pivot my Feraligatr in the active. Maybe you can stall by removing their energies. And I'll just get these two with Clara and 2 more energies from the discard pile. And then I can attach the 2 energies with the Ice Dance ability. And I'll just, alright, let me just set up the Totodile Crunch and remove 1 of their energies. Maybe they won't be able to attack this turn. They have 8 cards left in the deck. We can actually deck them out. I can stall, but they have more cards than we do. But I know we still have Marnie in the deck, so we might be able to. And we have Clara, so we can recover more cards from our discard pile. And then when we use Marnie, we should be okay. So let me set up Totodile again, evolve into Crocona, and then let me see. I can put 1 energy on Feraligatr, and I'll just use Crunch. It won't make any more difference, but we'll see. They have 6 cards, so they'll still be able to attack. Knock out our Feraligatr, but at least we have 1 reserve. And I could probably use my boss. Dude, they got 3 tails. Come on, tails, tails, tails. Our Feraligatr survives. Dude, let me boss this Wailord V. So now this one can't attack. And I'll just remove its energy with Crunch. And now we can't retreat. If they have a switch, you know, I don't... If they have a switch, that's the only way they can remove it from the active. They're gonna pass. They have nothing. Oh, dude, we got a rare candy from the top deck. Let's evolve. Yes! Yes! We have rare candy. Should we do it? I'm gonna go for it. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Feraligatr. Feraligatr is definitely interesting. I do have to say the ability of this card is not really good, especially with this horrible success rate in PTCGO. Odds are you will be the one that will deck out rather than your opponent. But once you get past this, its attack is its redeeming quality, with an exceptional attack damage output and a very disruptive effect, removing 1 energy from your opponent's Pokemon. Overall, I think this card is not bad, but it's definitely not good either. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching the Popsicle Night channel, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.